welcome back to the Avocado Toast Budget. If you're new here, my name is Lexa, and first off, I got a new background. I redid it, I moved some things over, I wrapped some books, which is probably going to make some people mad, but I just wanted more of like an aesthetic, something a little bit brighter, but like whiter, bright and more neutral, toned down. I accidentally broke my debt is morally neutral sign, but it worked out because Five Below had one that's like darker on the background, and I feel like that pops a little bit more, especially since my walls are like a light gray instead of black. I am so far loving it. Let me know what you think. Anyway, not what you are here for at all, but in case you cared, I wanted to point it out. Today, we are going to talk about how you can financially prepare for Black Friday, questions to ask yourself, how to go in a way that you feel successful, you feel like you truly got out of Black Friday what you were hoping to get, and you don't leave with a lot of regrets, a lot of impulse purchases, a lot of money spent that you didn't plan on spending, and a lot of like negative feelings around it. I want to be clear that nothing in this video is about like stripping yourself of the joy of things. I love things. I love spending money. Like, let's just be honest here. Spending money joyfully and on things that bring value to my life is like one of my highest financial goals. I want to be able to do that. That's the whole point of why we're here. Figuring out how to manage your money, figuring out how to budget in a way that works for you. It is so you can spend money on things that bring you joy. I'm not like anti people shopping on Black Friday. What I am is pro being conscious about the way that you approach Black Friday and going into it with a plan and going into it with just like an awareness of where your money is going. The key is to make conscious financial decisions, try not to get caught up in the heat of the moment, and ask yourself questions that are going to help you guide your spending this Black Friday, and that is what we're going to go over today. So let's go ahead and get into questions that you want to ask yourself in order to financially prepare for this Black Friday shopping season. I'm filming this the week of Black Friday, and it's really just been the last like 2 weeks. It's not even Black Friday anymore. It's been like the whole of the last of October and November, but I digress. Let's get into it. Is this really a good deal, or am I being led to believe it's a good deal? This is like the foundational question to ask yourself when going into Black Friday deals is, am I actually getting a good deal on this, or is it being marketed to me in a way that makes me feel like this is a can't miss kind of deal? Amazon is like notorious for this. I truly feel like a lot of Amazon Prime days, they have better deals than they have on Black Friday, but they will sell the shit out of Black Friday. They will make you feel like a lot of those items are like can't miss, last chance, we'll never see it at this price again kind of sales, and that's how they rope you in. That is like how they are able to make money on such good deals, is because they are convincing you to buy things when maybe it is not the best price that you could actually be paying for that thing. But it's also hard to kind of know if you're getting a good deal, if that price has been increased just to end up being put on sale. One of my favorite tools to do this is actually Honey. Honey, the like browser extension. I have it on my computer, and it will tell me, especially with like my Amazon purchases and stuff, how much the price has changed over the last 30 days. It will let me know if there's a better deal at a different store, and then I'm able to make a more conscious spending decision based on what the actual price of this thing has looked like before the like Black Friday deals started. This is not sponsored, but Honey, I love Honey. If you're from Honey and you want to sponsor me, hit me up, okay? Does saving money cost me money? Something that I have really fallen prey to during the Black Friday shopping is spending less on something that is lesser quality that ends up costing me more over time. Obviously, sometimes you can't wait and save and build up more money to buy something that is nicer, but if you can, asking yourself whether taking advantage of this deal on something that is cheaper but also lesser quality is actually costing you money over the long run. Are you gonna have to replace that thing faster? Are you gonna get as much use out of it? If it's inconvenient or hard to use or just frustrating in general and is always malfunctioning, and you end up just going out and buying another one or a different version or a higher quality of that one item, did you really save money even if it was like a good deal? Asking yourself this question is really important, especially on items that you could wait on, you don't need it right now. Being able to save up a little bit more in order to maybe get the like next step up, even if it's not as good of a deal. Is it really a good deal if it's costing you more money in the long run? I don't think so. Does this spark joy? We are Marie Kondoing our Black Friday, okay? Looking at this item, asking yourself if this is something that you truly actually want, need, would find value out of, or are you either getting caught up in the hype of someone else having that thing, or you seeing it online, or the advertisement is just like really compelling, or you're just getting caught up in like getting a good deal to get a good deal. Do you actually want this thing? What kind of value is it going to bring into your life? Really being honest with yourself about this question is going to be really important going in. What do I want and need before going into this sale? Making a list of the things that you actually want and need right now before you start Black Friday shopping is going to be really important, and trying to stick to that list, because we can get really caught up in the moment. They prey on our emotions, prey on our feelings of like needing an item, that impulse, that like, oh my God, I didn't know this existed, but obviously I need it right now. Trying to stay away from that and having a list prepared of the things that you would be buying right now anyway, or kind of been on your radar for a while, and resorting to that list, asking yourself if that thing fits in with the things that you already know you want and need, or if it might be something that you're buying on an impulse and maybe you'll end up regretting that down the road. Am I filling an emotional need or void? Let's be honest here, a lot of Black Friday can really bring out that emotional shopping, trying to fill a void with the next right thing, the thing that sparks that dopamine inside of us and makes us feel super excited about getting it in the moment. But then by the time that kind of comes down, you're left realizing that you spent money that maybe you didn't have, or you wouldn't have normally spent, or maybe that thing isn't as cool as you actually thought it would be. Especially because right now, for me, seasonal depression is really kicking in. It is adding on top of my general depression and general anxiety, and we are just like really in the mash of emotional spending. And that comes right at the time of Black Friday. The winter is setting in, it is cold, I never see the sun. The sun goes down at like 4 p.m. I am sad. And that can usually lead to a lot of impulse and emotional purchases. So asking yourself and being honest with yourself about what is the purpose behind this purchase? Is this purchase practical? Do you have the room for that item? Do you have space in your house? Do you know where you're going to put it? This has been like a big thing for me. My mom brought this up when we were shopping the other day, that she's committed to asking herself where she would put that thing before she buys it, because otherwise she'll just like it for the thing and then get it home and then it doesn't have a purpose or a place, and then it ends up just adding to the clutter. So do you have the room for it? Do you understand where it is going to fit into your space? And if it's not something like that, if it's like clothing, does it fit the style and the body that you have right now? I used to get so caught up in this idea of like buying for future Lexa, this like elusive future Lexa, whether that was the future body that I imagined that I would have, or the future style that I thought I would maybe want to try out, or this is the kind of style I would like to have, but in reality, these are not the kind of clothes that I wear. Being honest with yourself about whether that purchase actually fits into your life and is practical to the life and the person that you are right now. Is it really worth the upgrade? Sometimes those sneaky marketing teams will end up putting a better deal on like the upgrade, the newest version of the product. So even if you're looking at, for example, for me, I was looking at espresso machines. I was looking at an espresso machine that was like around $300. But they didn't have a sale on that espresso machine. They did have a sale on the $700 espresso machine. Well, it was $1,000, it was on sale for $700. So in my mind, I'm thinking, oh my God, this is a better deal, right? Like, yeah, I'm spending $400 more, but I'm actually saving. And since I'm not saving on the cheaper one, wouldn't it be a better deal to go for the more expensive one since that's the one on sale? No, that's not the one I wanted or needed or went into buying. If I'm spending more money than I am planned to spend, I'm not saving money. That is not a savings, that is not a good deal. But they know that that's what you're gonna end up doing. Marketing, the psychology of marketing is good, and it will convince you that that is the better deal. So asking yourself whether it is actually saving you money if you're upgrading to something that you didn't need or want in the first place. Could I find the same thing free, thrifted, or secondhand? Let me tell you a story about one of my recent purchases. This last Prime Day sale in October, whenever that was. I just moved into this new house, and I have hardwood floors for the first time, and I was like, I need a hardwood vacuum. I knew, mind you, that my mom has multiple hardwood vacuums, and I know that she like never uses one of them. But there was such a good deal on this vacuum. It was like supposedly originally like $1,000, and it was on sale for like $100. First of all, logical Alexa knows that that's probably not true, and that the price of the original price was like so inflated. But I was like, oh my God, this is like a can't pass up deal. Why would I not spend $100? So I didn't even, I talked myself out of asking my mom if she had a hardwood vacuum because I knew what she would say. I knew she would say yes. I knew that that one I could just literally drive over, it's already put together, it's already good to go, and I could get it for free. But because like I wanted that emotional feeling, that dopamine of getting a good deal, I bought the new one. And guess what? It's still in the box because I opened it up and realized that it's not like the vacuum I've had before where it was just like, you put like a couple pieces together. It's like a whole assembly required shit. So I've like stuffed that back in the box and put it off to the side for future Alexa to deal with, when I could have just gotten the free one that was already put together. So all of this to say, I am definitely guilty of this as well, but being honest with yourself whenever you see a good deal, could you get that thing for free or secondhand or at a thrift store for a lot less money? You're contributing to a lot less waste buying a whole new product. And in reality, if you got the same product or a comparable product that works just as well for less, you are saving money, and you're not saving money by taking advantage of the incredible Black Friday deal. Do I already have that thing? This sounds like should be an obvious answer, but let's be honest here, okay? Listen, it's just us, okay? We can be honest here. You know that feeling when you get caught up in something in the store, you buy it, you're like, oh my God, this is so cool. I love this. This feels like something, like I have an emotional attachment to this thing already. And the reason that you have emotional attachment to it is because you already own it. You either own that thing or you own something that serves the same purpose as that thing, but you get caught up into it because it feels like home, because it's already home, or you shoved it in the back of a drawer and you haven't seen it in a while, and then whenever you're moving, you're gonna find out that you actually had it, but it's in this junk drawer with like an empty pill bottle and a scrunchie and some Post-its, and it is your Kindle that you lost for a year. It's me. I'm talking to me. Moving on. Will I actually return this if I don't want it? I don't know about you, but I am terrible at returning things. If something makes its way into my house, it's not leaving. I know I have like 3 things from Amazon that I should return, but I've just admitted defeat to that already. That's not the kind of person that I am right now. So if you are anything like me and you will try to tell yourself in the moment, like, oh, I'll take advantage of this great deal, this once in a lifetime deal I'm never gonna see again. Worst case scenario, I'll just return it. It's fine. If I end up not wanting it or I find a better deal, I'll return it. Will you? Will you? Maybe you will. Maybe you're better at returning things than I am. In which case, go you. Sorry, someone just walked by my window. I've never experienced that before. I don't know why that scared me so much. It's not even dark out. Like, it's like the middle of the day. It's probably just my neighbor. That really scared me. Anyway, just be honest with yourself about whether you'll actually return the item, and if you know yourself and you know that you're not someone who returns things, don't go in with that mindset. If it's something you think that you want to buy just in case you're gonna return it, don't buy it. Here's the thing is that I will talk to a camera all day, but the idea of someone seeing me talk to a camera, absolutely not. Anyway, good thing, we're close to being done. The thing to keep in mind is that Black Friday is not morally terrible or an awful thing. Spending money on things that bring you joy is not a bad thing. And getting a good deal on something that you were gonna buy anyway is definitely not a bad thing. There can be awesome sales, and this can be a great way for you to be able to afford small luxuries that maybe you wouldn't be able to afford at full price. And I am like all for that. I have been keeping my eye on a Dyson fan. I'm not paying full price for that thing, let me tell you. But if there is a good deal, I will hop on it, and I know that I'll feel good about that because I've already wanted this thing. I already know where I'm gonna put it. I know the value it's gonna add to my life, and it is not going to be an impulse purchase, even if I buy it on impulse, because it's something I already knew I wanted and will value. So that's all that really matters. Asking yourself these questions, being conscious about your spending, just being aware of where your money is going and how it is working for you. I really hope that this was helpful and you are prepared for Black Friday. Let me know in the comments down below if you have your eye on anything, whether you will be buying anything for this Black Friday season. It's like a whole season. Oh no, he has started lawn work. Good thing we're wrapping up here. Sorry if you hear his, oh, it's leaves. It's the leaf guy. He's moved around. I did not know that he was coming today. Anyway, let me know in the comments down below what your Black Friday plans are, if you will be buying anything, if you've already bought something, if you have your eye on anything, or if you are just like tapping out, you know, it is not worth the stress, or there's nothing that you really have your eye on. I always love hearing from you all. I hope that this was really helpful. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.